No? Okay, that's fine. I'll do it myself. Interesting, we have the moon at the bottom here. Alright, so what is the question is coming? What is coming? What is in store? Yeah, I think that's how they usually start it, is like, what is in store for the collective? Even though this is basically just a reading that I'm doing for myself, for now. But could resonate for somebody else. Alright, first we have, oh, that's nice. 2 of Wands, 3 of Cups, Chariot at the bottom. There is expansion happening. I'm also getting that there's a lot of gossip, possibly a third-party situation. An interloper. There's an interloper. You are gaining back your divine authority, has been the primary word that I have been drawn to as of lately. Something is on its way to you. Could be a package, could be a message. I'm getting that this is going to be a heart-fulfilling, emotionally fulfilling kind of expansion. And it could also have something to do with travel, world travel. I'm also hearing education. So you could be educating someone on something, or being educated, or it could be both at the same time. Because a teacher is only as good as their students. And if your students can teach you something, then you know to give yourself a pat on the back as their teacher. Because that means that they're actually receptive to what you're learning, to what you're teaching. And a teacher to be humble in the presence of their students, instead of having this higher, mighty kind of expectation of themselves, to believe that they already know everything and cannot accept or receive anything from their students, from their prodigies, or even from somebody who is younger than them. That's egotistical, and that's not the sign of a good teacher. That's not the sign of a good leader. That's a sign of somebody who is still battling their innermost struggles with themselves. It's a message. All right. Let's talk about this expansion. Oh. Queen of Wands. And wow, all right. We got 2 queens. Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the Emperor. I'm getting this threshold energy. You are crossing a threshold. And I'm seeing a door of golden light energy. Transmutation could also be something that you have been working on. I know that you and I have been working on it, but for anyone else who is resonating with the message, This Queen of Wands, you are really stepping into your knowing of who you are. And you're not afraid anymore to be seen. You're not afraid to be seen as this emperor. And if you are feminine, you've probably had to be more in this masculine role. Because it seems like there is no one else who can really take on the kinds of burdens or struggles that you have been taking on with you. And with this Queen of Swords, you're not afraid to tell shit like it is. Your ancestors speak through you often, and they got a potty mouth. They will not be silenced. You have some very powerful women in your lineage. I am seeing ancient Egypt primarily, but I am also seeing like this very strong tribe of women who come together to heal. And the way that they heal, it is unorthodox. It's not the way that you would medicinally with herbs. Some of them, yes, but they heal through their presence. They heal through their voice. They heal through their energy. And you feel it. You feel the magnetizing pull of their energy just drawing you in and holding your attention as your vibration is raising with them. To meet them at this level of awareness, of acceptance, of wholeness. What else? Okay. We have the Judgment card and the Five of Cups. You've been treated so fucking unfairly. You've been undeniably treated so incredibly unfairly in this lifetime. And the trumpets are being blown on your life. The trumpets are fucking being blown on your life. I'm also hearing that song. And the trumpets let it go. Ba, 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 da, 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 da. But with this Five of Cups, you have experienced disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. Something about the eye also, because I was just scratching above my eye, my eyebrow. You could be very expressive, or the way that you express yourself is kind of like a mean mug, kind of like a bitch face with the Queen of Swords here. Veil. You are very veiled and protected. Your energy is cloaked. And some of that has been for confusion. Some of that has been for protection. Because you are not who you appear to be. And people see that about you. People know. Not everybody, but there are people who know. They know that you are different. They know that you are honored. They know that you are desired. They know that you are chosen. And that is partially why you have experienced so much of this disappointment energy. But the Three of Cups are out here. The Three of Cups are out here. This is celebratory. And you know what I'm mostly feeling from that is gratitude. Because even though you have felt like you have been out of control for most of your life, that somebody else has been writing your story and you have not been the one holding the pen or the one typing on the keyboard, You have so much gratitude for the process because you are aware that it is not about where you will end up, but it is about how you will get there. Because you've done this multiple times. You've been through this process in different bodies. Sometimes you have been the other gender to experience how they experience their, I don't want to say species, because we're all the same species, but how their authority, we'll say, works in their favor and out of their favor as that gender, versus when you are the opposite. The one that has been mostly undermined. The one that has been mostly unseen, unrecognized. And there's something to be said about the unseen and the unrecognition of that divine feminine energy. It speaks to the perception, the collective perception of the world that we live on. To see this feminine energy as a burden, to see emotions as a burden, except emotions are what make us human. And this is not just for the feminines, this is also for the masculines who are still learning to accept that their feminine energy is still a part of them. Just as women and feminine have masculine energy, masculines and men have feminine energy. And that does not make them any less masculine. It makes them more equal and whole to the Creator. The Wheel of Fortune. This energy of disappointment with the Wheel of Fortune and also with the Judgment card, I'm going to take all of the combination. Hold on, let me fan them out a little bit. There we go. I'm hearing the Emperor's getting their groove back. Your guides might like Cusco or couscous also. And Disney movies. Your inner child could be calling out to you to embrace more of your inner child whimsy, the magic in the moment. And then, of course, I was talking about recognition earlier. We have the Queen of Pentacles, and then we have this, I was fucking right, the Six of Wands, and right underneath that, the Six of Cups. It's just fun when that happens. It's just fun when that happens. Being proven right is very nice. Because most of the time I am proven right, except for it is in the wrong sequence and subsequence. Alright, so let's start with the Queen of Pentacles. You are very stable in who you are. You may not understand to the fullest extent your power that you hold just with your gaze. Because I've mentioned this before. I see her as Medusa. I see her as Medusa. You have this man-eater type of persona. And it could also be because of that resting bitch face. But it's also because anyone who is out of alignment with their masculine or feminine energy, they feel intimidated by your presence because they can tell when someone who has that strong, balanced auric field, who knows themselves, shows up as a mirror. It is triggering, and it's meant to be triggering. And that is what you give off as the Queen of Pentacles. You also give off this very wealthy and abundant energy, vibe. Even if you may not look it, even if you may not be it in the physical sense, people can tell that spiritually you are divinely favored. And it may make people upset because they don't see that within themselves. But as I said, you are a mirror. And all of the potential that you have accessed just by accepting your true divine nature is a mirror of potential that they can access too. Then we have the Six of Wands. I was talking about recognition. You are being recognized. You are being recognized as this divine feminine energy. And even if you are a masculine, even if you are a man, you can still have divine feminine energy because it is just energy. And guess what? The divine feminine energy is nurturing, is caretaking, but also it is receptive, attractive. Keep that in mind. As I said, the Six of Cups, your inner child is calling out to you to embrace more of this excitement, to embrace more of you. To play and to be more imaginative, because your imagination is more powerful than you are giving it credit for. God created us in his or her image. It's actually his and her, because there is Divine Father and there is Divine Mother. I don't know why Divine Mother has been rewritten out, but she's been rewritten back in. Because to be created, you must first exist in the womb. And the womb is the feminine energy, the creation energy, that sacral chakra, orange energy, right below your navel. I could be saying that for a reason. Somebody could need to either activate or heal that specific chakra. And you can do so through expressing yourself fully, completely, authentically, unfucking apologetically. We have the devil at the bottom. We're not going to take him though, are we? No, we're not. We're going to let a card fall out. Reshuffle. The sun at the bottom. We'll see if that comes out. Is that the Empress? Yeah, it is. What did I say about divine feminine energy? This spread is all of that. It is Divine Mother. Divine Mother is calling. And you know what? I think that's what I'm going to title this when I have the ability to actually post, because I have been going through an issue with my internet for some reason that I have not been able to post lately, or live stream, or do any of the stuff that I would like to do, because I am being directly, divinely guided to do so. This is divine mother, divine feminine energy. The world, Gaia is experiencing a lot from this internalized backlash of the feminine energy. We need more nurturers. We need more carers. We need more people to be in that divine, loving energy. And I don't mean loving from a conditional standpoint. I mean loving from a completely, entirely whole and forgiving, unconditional standpoint. Gaia needs us. Earth, our home, it needs us. She needs us. We need to be there as her protector. We need to be there as her children. We need to see her. We need to recognize all that Gaia has given us. The fauna, the vegetation, the waterfalls. Think of all of the beautiful things that you have seen on this earth. I don't mean the destruction. I don't mean what you've seen in the media. Fuck the media for a minute. I know that this is the media, but this is a different vibration of media. We need to return to our roots. We need to return to that divine, motherly nature of nurture and not nature. Because we have been in this survival compound for too long, unexpectedly too long. There's been so much burden and so much weight that you, the collective, has been carrying, while everyone else has been unawakened to what has really been going on behind the scenes, all around them, right underneath their noses. This planet, it is not a prison planet. It is our home, and so we should be treating it as our home. We need to accept the feminine. We need to heal the feminine. We need to honor the feminine. Our mothers, our daughters, our sisters, our aunts, our feminine cousins, our neighbors. We need to get together as a community, as one, in wholeness, in unity, with love in our hearts, with that divine light as a spark for creation in our womb of life. Because everyone has that ability to create. Maybe not everybody has the ability to literally give birth right now. Listen, the Galactic Federation has been working on a lot of things, okay? I know, I've been working with them. You've been working with them. We've seen a lot of shit. There's a lot planned. It's exciting. It's something to be celebrated. But there's a reason why there's so much queen energy in this spread. There's a reason why the divine feminine is coming out, and it's because she needs you. She needs humanity to recognize her. as their home, as your home, and to treat her as you would treat your home. You wouldn't set fire to your house and continue living in it, would you? I didn't think so. You wouldn't scatter trash all over the place in your house and continue to just accept that, would you? Some of you might. And I don't say this to shame you. I say this to bring awareness to what's been going on all around us, that we have been distracted by. But it is time to come together as a community, as participators in this living reality, and to stand for something that we truly believe in. I know that this went off track of just a normal collective reading, but somebody needed to come on here and say it. And if you want to make me out to be the bad guy or the villain because I'm making you aware that the divine feminine energies on this planet have been squandered, have been harmed, have been taken for granted and taken advantage of, then so damn be it. Because she deserves to be heard. And she's speaking through me. So, I am just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. I'll see you in the next one. Or maybe I won't. Who knows? Peace. Love you, bye.